Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, if you have bad credit, I'm going to show you how it's possible to go from no money up to $50,000 in funding with bad credit. Now, here's the thing about it. You want to find lenders that don't focus as much on the credit. Now, here's the key thing to this. You have to have a regular bank account with regular deposits. So you can be on welfare, you can be on Social Security, you can be on disability benefits. That's fine, okay? But you have to have regular deposits. Now, one of the key things that I would tell you to do, make sure that your average monthly income is over $1,000 or more. So you may be on disability, however, you are sharing rent and utilities, so you have to also include that income on the application as well. Now, I'm not telling you guys to lie. I'm just telling you, if you have somebody else that's contributing to your household to help pay expenses, you need to include whatever the amount of income that they're giving you to help pay those expenses. All right. The reason is because it suppresses your debt to income ratio. And because you have a lower debt to income ratio, you have a higher chance of approval. All right. Now, looking at this first lender is Uprover. All right. So Uprover, they offer loans from $300 up to $5,000. Now, here's what I want you all to pay attention to. Will checking my rate for an Uprover personal loan affect my credit score? Checking your rate for a tribal fixed term installment loan. Now, tribal loans are lenders that are at credit casinos, okay? We know when you go to the casino, you lose your money, right? So they take that money and they reloan it out at a higher interest rate. Now, when you do a pre-approval, this is basically what they're saying. You can do a pre-approval to see if you qualify and it won't affect your credit. However, if you proceed after they pre-approve you, then they may do a credit check. Now, here's the interesting thing about it in terms of where they're going to do the credit check. So they may not do the hard inquiry on your regular Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. They usually look at like Clarity, which is owned by Experian. They look at companies like LexisNexis, DataX, which is owned by Equifax, Factor Trust, which is owned by TransUnion. They look at those alternative lenders to make sure, usually to make sure that you haven't filed for bankruptcy, okay? So their loans go anywhere from $300 up to $5,000. But again, make sure that you have an active bank account with deposits going into it. Your next lender we're talking about is IndyLend. Now, IndyLend, they go up to $5,000 or more. Now, I know you all like, well, how am I going to get to $50,000 if they only go up to $5,000? I'm going to show you the strategy, so just stick with me. Because we want to try to raise as much money as we can in order for this strategy to work. So that's the reason we're choosing the low-hanging fruit. Now, in terms of your credit score, we don't focus solely on your credit score. We focus on helping you, provide you. So your credit score is not going to be the determining factor. All right. And I'm going to put links in the description of some of these here lenders as well. All right. Now, again, these loans go up to $5,000, from $200 up to $5,000 with this here lender. Now, your next lender is Net Credit. Okay, so with Net Credit, they go on the personal loans go up to $10,000. All right. Now, they also offer a line of credit. Now, with the line of credit, it goes up to $4,500. Okay. Now, the reason that I like the line of credit more than the personal loan is because with the line of credit, you can borrow from this, pay it down, and use it again without reapplying. This is the reason why I like this here. All right. And Net Credit is one of the ones that will be more flexible in terms of if you can't go to the banks or credit unions, this here is another lender that you may want to approach. Then you have a credit union, Commonwealth One. It's a credit union. Now, with Commonwealth, Federal Credit Union, they do offer unsecured loans if you're able to join. Okay, so with their unsecured loans, as you can see, you can borrow up to $1,000 with them. Now, here's the thing about it. They give you a repayment of 12 months, and to qualify, must be a member in good standing, must have a regular direct deposit of $500 or more. Okay? And you can only have one loan at a time. Now, here's the thing about it with a lot of credit unions and why I'm not going to be focused on them, even though they have credit builders that are unsecured. The reason is because most credit unions, they want you to be a member for at least 90 days. That's too long for a lot of people, especially when you're trying to get to $50,000 and up to 90 days, right? Now, here's another lender. If you are in the gig economy, all right? Now, this is Fundo, and they offer loans up to $10,000, and it has nothing to do with your credit. Okay, so if you're in the niche for as like freelancers, small business contractors, sellers, and franchises, this is everybody that they offer loans to. Now, let me explain this to you. These are merchant cash advance loans. Okay, meaning that the interest rates is going to be ridiculously high, but you will be able to qualify for these loans without a credit check if you're in one of these industries. This is the reason why I tell people you should have a business bank account, okay, that has deposits, because you'll have a higher chance of raising more capital. Now, here's another lender. Giggle Finance, they offer up to $5,000, right? And so in terms of offering up to $5,000, again, it's no credit check, all right? Now, again, many of you all are scratching your head because you're wondering, why am I showing you these type of loans? It's very important because there's a strategy I'm going to show you, but you need to find out where to get the beginning money. So this is your beginning money, all right? And these are the lenders that don't focus on the credit. That's the reason that you want to go here first to get this money. This is very important, all right? Then you have another one, Fair Figure. Now, Fair Figure, they offer a business credit card. So if you're in the, if you have a little small business and stuff, and you have revenue coming in and stuff like that, this is another place. And they also offer reporting for Equifax, Fundex, Credit Safe, Experian, TransUnion. So with their business credit card, if you have at least a 30 score on the Fundex, they're able to help you. Now, again, it's a merchant cash advance, so their loans go anywhere from $500 up to $500,000 or $500,000. Okay, so they offer a pretty good amount of money. Now that you have access to the money without worrying about your personal credit, that's the first step. Then what I want you to do, you want to go to the lowest hanging fruit of credit unions, not a bank, but credit unions, all right? And this is one of the lowest hanging fruits, and this is BCU, Baxter Credit Union, all right? Now, the reason you want to go to Baxter Credit Union, because you're going to do a couple of things. You're going to open up a checking account, a savings account. You're going to open up a secured card, a secured loan, and a CD. The reason you want to do that is because you want to show them that you're going to have longevity. This here credit union is non-GO. It's very easy to join, and I'll show you right here. So you can join through employment. You can join through community charter. Family, Life Money U is an organization. They charge $5, but they'll waive the $5 once you join. Like I said, once you become a member, you want to open up a personal checking, a savings account, a secured card, a secured loan, and a CD. The reason you want that CD or money market account with this institution, because you want to show longevity. So here's their credit builder card, especially when you have bad credit. Well, what happens after 90 days? What ends up happening, and you're making your payments and you're utilizing your accounts, and because you have that long-term CD, then you will be able to apply for unsecured credit cards. Now, here's what I have not said that you need to understand. The reason that you want to be a part of this credit union is because it's a Vantage scoring credit union. So what that means is that when you go to Credit Karma will give you a Vantage scoring score. Usually it's higher than your My FICO score. Okay, and that's very important. So they will give you your TransUnion and your Equifax, right? So your TransUnion scoring, this is what BCU uses with the TransUnion scoring, okay? TransUnion Vantage 3 score. Now, why that's important is because you can add authorized users, you can add rental payments, you can add subscriptions, you can add utility bills, and that will boost up your Vantage score. Right? So that's the reason I'm saying picking the lowest hanging fruit. And because you have multiple accounts with this here institution, and they're reporting all of this data and picking up all this data, is going to make it much easier for you to qualify for $25,000, $30,000 credit cards, okay, within 90 days. All right. Now, that's one. You also have NASA. NASA used to be a mortgage to scoring. They don't use that anymore. They use Vantage 4 scoring. Okay? And the difference between your Vantage score 4 and your Vantage 3 is that your Vantage 4 does not count your liens on the credit file. Okay? They don't count medical bills, right? Because they don't count that, your Vantage score 4 is going to be much higher, right? And so what you want to do with them, with NASA, once you join, you can also do pre-approval with no impact to see if you actually approve for a regular credit card. But if you don't, you want to do a secured credit card with them first. Then you want to do a secured loan, or you want to do a shared certificate. Now, let me help you understand about these CDs. You want that CD to be anywhere from 9 months or older. The longer that CD is out there, the better it is, okay? Because it's showing that you are committed to having a relationship with this institution. That's the reason many people, when they go to Navy Federal and stuff, and they have bad credit, but they open up multiple accounts, is because they had that CD in play. And because they had that long-term CD, Navy Federal looked at that, and that helped with their internal score. That's what made it much easier for people to get a 550 credit score with a $25,000 credit card with Navy Federal. And Navy Federal uses TransUnion FICO 9. However, NASA uses Vantage 4 scoring. So that's the reason I tell you guys, you want to look for the lowest hanging fruit. Like Navy Federal is a low hanging fruit, but NASA and BCU is your lowest hanging fruit. Okay, so these are your tier 3 lenders. Those lenders that I showed you at first, those are your tier 4, because it's not about the credit. It's all about the income, okay, and your debt to income ratio. So if you guys have a question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.